Orida Croeso is Swansea and welcome to FC24. Today I'm excited to share a season with you where we're going to try and create the best team that Wales has ever produced. If we're not fired this season, the next episode we'll be playing FC25 and then FC26 when it releases. We've already played a few seasons of this career mode on FIFA 21, 22 and 23, so we have already created a pretty good team, but let's continue to build on it and make it even better. So what's already happened at Swansea? You can probably tell from looking at the squad page that we've signed Enquiries, Gibbs White and Mark Gay, as well as a few others on permanent deals. We've also tried to keep things as realistic as possible, but last episode we did sign Gareth Bale. Maybe that did cross the realism line a little bit, but anyway, he's now retired, and over the summer, the club has made some transfers of their own. The two biggest incomings are Jerry Yates joining from Blackpool and Josh Tymon coming in from Stoke, but realistically, neither of them are going to play more than a few minutes off the bench. Sadly though, our long-term left-back Ryan Manning is now left for Southampton, while Michael Obafemi went to Burnley and Morgan Whittaker went to Plymouth. Again, not a huge loss. We've still got plans of our own though, and we want at least 3 signings, and to fit them all in, I think we should ditch the 4-3-3 this season. I want to have at least 2 strikers, Perot and Enquiries, so I think it might be ideal to switch to the 4-2-2-2, but clearly now, it is obvious we're weak at defensive midfielder, goalkeeper and probably striker. Because we've had 3 seasons in the Premier League, you really do get some pull on big names, so we're going to exploit that, and it's time for someone to return. This time it's Conor Gallagher. He gets snapped up to be one of our defensive midfielders and chooses Swansea over Atletico Madrid. The next place we really need a signing was in goal. Hennessy was good in season 1 and 2, but I wasn't a fan of Darlow last year. We did compare between Petrovic and Kelleher, but we way prefer the value you get with the Irishman. He's only £9 million. With those 2 signings complete, I think we should just play pre-season and see if we do need the striker, and maybe talk about our record attempt and plans for this season, which actually are the same thing. The highest Premier League finish ever achieved by a Welsh club is 8th place, which is our target. It was actually us, Swansea, that did it 10 years before the season we're about to play. To be fair, Cardiff did finish 2nd like 100 years ago, but football's changed since then, so we're going to go with the Premier League record rather than the First Division one. 7th place would be fine, that would break the record, but really I want to go for the top 4. I've got a feeling that a lot of our players are going to get upgraded on FC25, so we could seriously be in the Champions League if things go well. That's kind of all irrelevant now though based on pre-season, because we're so good at making chances, but we just can't score. I can't imagine a world where you can finish in the top 4 with Perot up front. Maybe we should try and replace him. Who's someone that needs a comeback, who has experience with Swansea and in the Premier League? Well, after what feels like an hour of negotiation, we signed Tammy Abraham to be our new striker. He's only just in our budget. We have literally single-digit pounds left after signing him. And he was a big player for the Swans in the Championship about 6 years ago, but he could be the guy to fire us into the Champions League. Well, if he is, we'll probably find out in the first game against newly promoted Brighton. That's right, they finished 2nd bottom back on FIFA 22, but now they're back in the Premier League. I'm excited to kick this season off because our team's starting to look really good on FC24. Who knows what we can do. Gibbs White hacked down there by Veltman. He doesn't have a real face, but he's got a red card after just 5 minutes of the season. It's probably the first red card in the entire league. That's Solly March jumping around a couple of players to Mitoma, goes near post. I did see a lot of that in pre-season. They do like to shoot near post this season. Lallana with the corner. He's just gone back there. Good header there from Rodon. Can we counter-attack with Brennan? Well, it looks like there's a big gap and they're not really tracking him. Let's just run into it. Surely, 9 minutes in. Can we finish this? We can. 1-0 and a red card for Brighton in the first 10 minutes. A very eventful start to our season. Brennan Johnson gets the ball out wide. Can Tammy win the header? He can. So headers are a thing on FC24 apparently. And that's Kelleher. Let's not mess this up. Davies get it to Gibbs White and we play our way out of some pretty big trouble there. Gibbs White to Enquiries to Abraham. We've messed that up. At one point I think we were 4-on-2. Can we recycle it? Abraham gets it back out to Gibbs White. We've got Enquiries in the middle. We're going to try and skill inside. Can we get the shot away? We can't. Is Abraham onside? No, he's not. And that's to Gibbs White. Edge of the box. Not got many options. Can we do a bit of tricks? Enquiries. We've got Gibbs White again. We can't. Oh, we can get there. Oh, and there's a good save, though, from Bart Verbruggen. I'm really enjoying the dominance we had in that first half. Let's hope we can continue it into the second half. Belieber has absolutely ruined Gallagher there. Solly March into Danny Welbeck. Is that Billy Gilmore from midfield? He's 1-on-1. Oh my god, out of absolutely nowhere. Brighton have the equaliser. Let's hope that's not a sign of things to come this season. Gallagher loses out to Welbeck, but Gibbs White, good interception. Can we counter-attack? We've got Gyökeres, we've got Abraham. We're going to try and pull it back. Hit it. Oh, that is such a good finish. In off the underside of the crossbar. That is so satisfying to watch a replay of that. The perfect shot. Welbeck to Lallana in the end. Has he still got it? Looks like he has. Lallana. He's finessed it top corner. It's 2-2 again. I thought we would absolutely batter them when they went down to 10 men. But they're really putting up a fight, Brighton. Solly March loses it to Grimes. Give it to Gallagher. We've got Brennan in some space. Can we overlap? Nico's not quick enough. We're going to Gyökeres. And can we get a shot away across the goalkeeper? We can. Oh, that was pretty good all around. A couple of perfect passes and a really nice shot. Abraham to Gyökeres. 1-on-1. Surely this is going to finish the game. We chipped it. Oh, and Igor off the line. That could have been 4-2. Okay, let's not fall to a late 3-3 equaliser. That is a brilliant header from Gallagher straight to Gibbs White. Has he got the pace of Solly March? I think he probably does. What are we going to do here? I think we want to go around the goalkeeper. Let's step overs. Let's go around him. It works. And it's an easy tap in once we get around him. That's great. 4-2 on the opening day. Hopefully that is a sign of things to come. Look at us. Even the manager's getting involved. Everyone dogpiling on Gibbs White. Let's hope he doesn't get injured. So, a 4-2 win. Good start to the season, although it was helped by an early red card. Although, I've got to say, I don't think Joel Veltman would have stopped more than one of those goals, so it was a win either way. But can we follow that win up with a back-to-back win against Burnley? If we do, then maybe the top 4 dream is on, even though these are some of the easiest games of the season. Nice bit of space out here for Nico Williams. Cross comes in, Gyökeres can't get there, but Grimes on the volley. Grimes on the volley again. Good save from Vigouroux in goal. Gallagher to Grimes again. And we get it through to Gallagher. How have we not scored that? We were offside, but how did that not go in? Burnley bursting into the box. Can we get a standing tackle in? We can. That is beautiful from Mark Gahey. Tammy into Gyökeres. We've got no one to pull this across to, so we might as well just hit it. Oh, it's a good save, and then we can't get on the rebound. Gyökeres and Abraham. Are we going to pull this across? I don't think we need to. Oh, that was an awful finish. Why didn't we just pull it across? So, Swansea are now unbeaten from 2 games, although to be honest, it probably should have been 2 wins from 2 games instead. That puts us joint second in the Premier League, and after 7 games, we're actually down in 7th place. But that still does break the record that we're going for. For that, we just need 8th place, and if we want to finish any higher, we need to beat the best teams in the league, including current league leaders, Tottenham Hotspur. Brennan, down the left. Can he get away from Van der Ven? Probably one of the only players in the league that can match him for pace. Grimes, Gyökeres, we've got a bit of space for Brennan. Can we pull this across low? Oh, we thought Tammy would be there just to tap that in. So this is actually a much harder game than I was expecting. After winning our first couple, I thought that even the bigger teams would have been sort of easier this year, but Spurs are so good at defending. Here comes Porro, one of those really fast defenders that they've got. We can't get around, but he nearly got around us. That's good defending from Kelleher in the end. And Spurs just content to keep the ball for a little bit. But Van der Ven is being pressed by Gallagher. Gets to Abraham. The pass was a bit slow, but can Gyökeres get inside? He can't. David Alaba, new signing with a great bit of defending. Gallagher's long shot, well saved by Vicario. But I think Gibbs White's going to get there. Can we cross it back in back post? Oh, that is an awful cross, but it's going to come to Gallagher. Can we hit it? We try. And Vicario stops it going in the top corner. Porro has been such a thorn in our side so far, but Højbjerg out to Kulusevski. Thankfully, he's not got too much pace, but Højbjerg's back on it. Cuts it across to Richarlison, and Kelleher is nowhere near saving that one. Brennan 1-2s with Gyökeres. Can we finally get around Van der Ven? We actually can. Come on, we're through 1-on-1. Alaba's decided not to track his. Finish this, Brennan. Oh, why have we not scored that goal? Good bit of defending from Gahey, but we've given away a corner. Come on, we need to stay in this game. Maybe a counter-attack from this corner would be pretty timely. Corner comes in. Son wins the header and it goes in the side netting. 2-0 down. Maybe we're not ready to compete with these really good sides just yet. Richarlison into Son. Gahey wins it, but then loses it. And then that's Destiny Udogie coming forwards from left back. It's made it 3-0. Here's Van Aert. Not sure who that is. Running down the wing. Come on, let's not make it even more embarrassing. Gives it to Udogie, to Højbjerg. And, oh, it does get worse. Kelleher diving nowhere near it. And he hasn't had the best game, to be fair. I suppose we can't be too depressed because they did have 6 shots and 4 of them went in. But at least Kelleher made 2 saves, I guess, right? But yeah, when you're playing against the better teams, you can't make any mistakes on this game. And hopefully that's something we've learned from in our next match, where we're playing against Liverpool and Mohamed Salah is on top form going into this game. So you know there's going to be goals. We just got to hope that we can score more of them than Liverpool. Endo back to Van Dijk. Forwards to Trent. McAllister, they're trying this one-touch football. Darwin Núñez gets it to Szoboszlai. Mark Guéhi, brilliant defending. What a player he is turning out to be. Endo into Salah. Guéhi can't get across to this one. Rodon can't get the block off, but Kelleher stops the finesse that was definitely going top corner. That was great there from Gonçalves. Ben Davies down the wing. These guys just block absolutely everything. It's so hard to get a long shot off on this game. Szoboszlai into Gakpo. He's got a couple of men, but he goes back post there to Trent. Interesting decision, but he's got a couple of men he can pull it across to. Gonçalves, great block from Gallagher, but it falls to McAllister, and I think somehow he was given offside there. I'm not too sure why he was offside. Gakpo into the box. Gallagher wins it, but it falls back to Gakpo, to Szoboszlai. Gallagher can't block that one, but Kelleher can again. He's having a great match against this former club. Oh, and then saved off the post. How good is Kelleher today? And Gyökeres has somehow ended up with the ball. He's got Brennan ahead of him. He's got Gibbs White trying to catch up. But we go to Brennan. And are we going to pull this across? Or should we go for the shot? Let's pull it. Oh, and then Trent. Too good at defending this Trent Alexander-Arnold guy. Salah into the box. Guéhi, good block. But we can't win the ball off Salah. It bounces back to him. McAllister goes for a shot from such a tight angle. But again, Kelleher with a great save. And that's Robertson from fullback. Surely not 2 games in a row. Salah back post. Pulls it across to Gakpo. Oh, that was so calm for him to bring it down and play it to Gakpo. The finish, everything about that. Just really calm, really decisive, and annoyingly, potentially the winner. But Brennan, he's got Gyökeres. Can we get the pass timed right? I think we somehow have. Come on, you've got Van Dijk for pace. Surely Gyökeres. And that's the finish. Get in there. That's the equaliser. They celebrated like they just won the league. And now it is our turn. The manager's going to get involved. The subs are already on the pitch. But can we hold on for the last minute? Salah running backwards. Thank God that's over. We'll take the draw against Liverpool, because that actually puts us in a pretty good position. If we had won that, we'd have gone up to 4th in the table. And we also have a game in hand, which means that this game against Man City could also see us go up to 4th if we can somehow beat them. These games against big teams on FC24 are so much harder than the small teams. I don't know why the difficulty level is so different, but Man City really are almost unstoppable. Oh, Haaland there missing the target altogether. Nico gives it to Tammy, up to Gyökeres. Look at that pace. Can we get around the goalkeeper? He stopped coming out. I was trying to get the penalties. Pull it back to Gibbs White. Oh, we went for the finesse far post, and Man City looked like they could defend it. Can we hit this with Gallagher? Blocked again. He's had so many long shots, and can we have another one? No, he falls into Brennan. We've had so many long shots, and all of them just get blocked. Jack Grealish. He's holding off 2 defenders while sort of dribbling with the ball. Very interesting style, but Kelleher stops the near post effort. Gibbs White to Ben Davies. Come on, cross it in. Tammy's there. We actually get on the end of a cross, but the goalkeeper is more than good enough to stop that. Edison. But we can recycle. Abraham, Gyökeres, Gibbs White, turn, and finishes there this time. As it stands, we are in the Champions League places with Swansea City. This team really isn't that great, but they play so well when they click. The bigger teams are still better than us, but we have it in us to maybe go on to win this game. Come on, Brennan. Have we got a couple of men to pull it across to? We can go to Tammy. Just hit this. Oh my God, it's 2-0. 55 minutes gone. They haven't really got time for a comeback if we control the ball. Rodri going for an absolute worldie there. Good stop from Kelleher. Can we play it out? I'm not so sure about this. They press very high. Davies loses it. It's going to go to Haaland. And he goes near post. That is 2-1. Not good. Come on. Corner from Gibbs White. Mark he outjumps everyone. He absolutely flew at that one. 65 minutes gone. 3-1. Come on. Let's hold on and get this 4th place finish. Grealish into De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva, Grealish. Oh, he goes near post again from the edge of the box. Again, 4 minutes after we scored. We need to hold on. We're bringing on defensive midfielders. We're bringing on a bit more pace up front. We just have to hold on for 2 more minutes. Grimes to Low, to Gyökeres. Come on. If we counter now, this is the end of the game. But we miss-hit the ball. Rodri to De Bruyne. Haaland, he's got a couple of men out there. There's no one really in the middle other than Phil Foden. And Mark Gahey with a great tackle. Let's just clear this. And it's the end of the match. But Bernardo gets there. And Phil Foden outjumps the defender and the goalkeeper and scores the header. Out of all the players on their team, he's the one we would want to have been going for that header. But he won it nonetheless. Kelleher not covering himself in glory there. And that's 3-3. How have we choked that? So instead of going fourth, we're going to go level with fourth. But our goal difference is so bad. And that kind of led us to falling down the table. Now, you might be wondering from looking at these games against bigger teams, how are we doing so well in the league? Well, it's because we are so much better than the worst teams in this division now. And let me show you in this game against Sheffield United. Tammy Abraham does trusty. And we've got Gyökeres in the middle. We find him and the finish is there already. 18 minutes in. We've had a couple of shots, but they've had absolutely nothing. And we are 1-0 up. Come on. And that's Gallagher. Flicks it towards Abraham. Flicks it towards Gyökeres. Chips it up. Can we get the shot away? Jack Robinson's just too good this time. But he's going to try and turn. Yes, Gyökeres gets there. Can we slide tackle finish? We can't this time. But we are absolutely a threat against Sheffield United. Gyökeres lets it run. And there's no way Robinson's keeping up with us. Can we play it across? We can't get the pass right. That could have been 2-0. They win the header, but Tammy wins it a couple of times, and Gyökeres wins it actually from their defender too. Deflected, falls to Gibbs White, and that is the kind of goal that we usually concede when we're playing against the better teams. Abraham has the ball. We've got Gyökeres in the middle. We thought that would be an easy tap-in, and then the rebound almost fell to us as well. That could have been 4-0. Gallagher. We've got Abraham. We've got Gyökeres, but we're just going to hit this. 3-0. I think it's safe to say we are going to beat Sheffield United. We are absolutely destroying them. They have nothing compared to the Swans. Ball goes back post. Brereton Diaz's shot blocked. Can we counter-attack? Gyökeres. He's got a couple of very slow defenders in front of him, but we try to use the pace. We can't quite do it this time. But Abraham gives it to Gibbs White, into Gyökeres again. He kept his run going, and that's 4-0. That could be 6 or 7. Ferreira flicked off McBurney. Oh, we let Ollie McBurney score against us. 4-1. But he's celebrating like it really matters to his season, so fair enough, I guess. Oh, and Abraham wins it. We've got the pullback option, but it does somehow still go to Gyökeres. We've got Gibbs White, and finish it. That's 5-1. Game done. That is why we are potentially going to be in the top 4 come the end of the season. Because when we play against these worst teams, we can absolutely crush them. Our performances for the rest of the season were actually pretty decent. We did start winning against some of the mid-table and some of the better teams as well. But then we had a string of really tough games, starting with this one against Arsenal, who are actually still going for the title, despite being quite far off the pace. Gibbs White. Have we got Abraham? We have finish. Oh, an early goal. That's exactly what we need. Every time we play against these big teams, you have to score early, because then they attack more and there's room for the counter-attack. Is that Odegaard to Gabriel? Look at this. It was 3-on-1. I don't know why he was shooting from that angle, but he was offside anyway. The press from Arsenal is unreal. We can't really get away from them, but we've gone along to Davies, to Gibbs White, to Davies, and to Gyökeres. And just like that, 5 passes later, we have the ball in the back of the net. Within 15 minutes, we're 2-0 up against Arsenal. Saka running into our box. Gahey can't stop him. And that's Odegaard, smashes it off the post. Kelleher, get this. Thank God, that could have been an instant reply. Odegaard in the box. Gahey stumbles, but doesn't give away the penalty, importantly. But Odegaard is palmed out for a corner. Are they dangerous from corners? Well, oh, they are. Gabriel at the back post there to tap it in. Another corner. Come on, defend this one a bit better. And Tammy gets it away. Trossard versus Gibbs White. Trossard just ball rolls it into the box, and it's... I think that was going top corner if it wasn't for Kelleher. That's a great save. Can we make it to half-time as the leaders? Vieira into Trossard. Hits it near post, but it's off the post. But I think he might have been offside if the referee's blown the whistle. We will absolutely take a 2-1 lead, though. We've only had 2 shots. Brennan gets away from Zinchenko. He's got 2 to pull it back for. He goes to Gyökeres, but it's blocked yet again. Nico beats Zinchenko. Come on, pull it back again. Can we cut inside, get the finish off? Gyökeres hit it. Odegaard is there. Come on, just one more goal and we can finish Arsenal off. Good defending from Rodon. Can we counter-attack? We can't. Benacer. Got Trossard. He's got Havertz or Odegaard. He goes to Havertz and that was hit so hard. Surely we can't end up losing from being 2-0 up so early on. We need to get back into this. Come on, what can we do? Zinchenko back to Gabriel. Okay, Odegaard, and we intercepted Gyökeres. We've got Ginelli, the substitute. This guy is rapid. Just run away from Gabriel. Finish it. Come on. Yes! The 70 rated player puts us back ahead. Ginelli, the super sub. Maybe he's our Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Coming on. And he might have just won us 3 of the biggest points of the season. Ginelli wins it off Gabriel again. And then we get it through to Ginelli. Surely not. Can he get a second goal? He can't, but oh my god, what an impact this guy's had. We'll have to remember him if we need an impact in some of the later games. And that's it, we get the win that I think we probably deserved. The statistics won't say that we did, but deep down, I think we had better chances than Arsenal and did deserve the win. I did mention that this was a really tough run of games. And next up is Manchester City, who have also signed Elise to be their main attacking midfielder. They've got a lot of those dribbly players that are really tough to play against on FC24, so we're really going to have to be at our best if we want to do anything in this game. Gibbs White gives it to Gyökeres, and he's going to try and outrun Ruben Diaz, and he's of course going to do that, and gets the finish right against Ederson. Okay, we're 1-0 up again, early on again. This could end up being a really good run of games against really tough opponents. Guehi's pass intercepted by Bernardo. He gives it to Elise, gives it to Foden. Kelleher's there. That is more like it. Foden down the right. And we headed away from Haaland. Let's just keep it away from him. Johnson. We've got Abraham and Gyökeres ahead of us. Which one are we going to go for? I think Gyökeres is the better option. Can we outrun John Stones? Come on. I think we have. Can we get the finish right? Out of nowhere, we're 2-0 up. We've had 2 shots, 2 chances, 2 attacks. And we have been so ruthless. Elise trying to get a shot away. He does. Kelleher's there. No near post goals for you today. Hopefully Man City. Grimes down the left. Bounces out for a corner. Grimes on the corner. Abraham wins it. If he could have gone 3-0 up, I'd have felt very confident going into the second half. Haaland runs around us. Foden back to Rico Lewis. He's got a couple of options. One of them is Bernardo Silva. And then Elise blocked really well by Rodon. Corner. De Bruyne headed. And that's Guardiola back post, I think. Oh, that is such an unlucky goal to concede. Elise gets it off Grealish. Good tackle from Guehi and another great save. Come on. We're proper holding on now. Guardiola gives it to Foden. Good defending again, but Guardiola's too strong for us. It comes back to Foden. It goes to Grealish. How is this still 2-1? Kevin De Bruyne trying to do a long shot from the edge of the box. And Kelleher comes for it to make sure they can't be kept in. That's a good ball. Haaland gets there and Ben Davies is on the line. What a block. And then somehow an offside's given. We hit it against one of their players and it bounces to the other one. Grealish gets away from Williams. Don't know why we dived in there. And Rodon absolutely nails him. He's on a yellow. Thank God that's not a red. But Rodri gives it to Haaland. And Haaland's header loops in the top corner. Again, 2-2 after being 2-0 up. But can we get a late winner this time? Johnson trying to give it to Ginelli. We've brought him on, but this time John Stones is too fast. Johnson to Gyökeres. We've got Ginelli again, but we can't thread that one through. Rodri, edge of the box. Haaland. Oh my God, I thought that was going top corners. But no. Brennan gives it to Ginelli. Can we get round Guardiola? This is probably the last attack of the game. Come on. We've got Johnson. Can we pull it back to him? No, we can't. Ruben Diaz, too good at defending. And they're going to clear it, and that's a 2-2. Again, we'll probably take that draw, although I did think we had it in us to maybe scrape a win. When you're 2-0 up, you do kind of expect to win matches. And win matches, we do. We actually win every other match until the last game of the season, meaning this game against Fulham is basically a shootout for the Champions League between us and Arsenal. That means if we win, we finish 4th with Swansea City. Our late season form has been absolutely amazing, mainly because Gyökeres is up to an 84 and Tammy Abraham is an 81 or 82. Just those 2 players are basically dragging us to the top 4. Now we just need them to do it one more time. Pereira getting in behind, and that's a really powerful shot there from Jimenez, but an equally good save. Come on, Brennan. Get that finish right. Oh, it's another good save from Leno. We know how good he is from when we played as Schalke manager, but we can just keep recycling this play. Come on, Brennan. We just need one goal. I want one before halftime. Just settle the nerves. And it's Abraham trying to pull it back to Gyökeres, and we can't do it. So 0-0 at halftime, and we can't really see what the score is in any of the other games either. Kufal running down the right, gives it to Iwobi, and Iwobi hits it. They've been kind of a three-pronged team at the minute. Iwobi, Jimenez, and Tosin at the back. They're all absolutely incredible for Fulham. We just need to beat them once, though. Gyökeres, come on. Gibbs-White, let's cut inside. Can we get it through to Tammy? No, Tammy just gets in our way, but it comes back to Gibbs-White, and Tosin's there. Gyökeres tries to pass it. Oh, we are so nervous. We need to get in the mindset that we were in when we played Sheffield United. That 5-1 win that really ignited our season, but maybe bringing on Janelli will do it. I don't know. Tammy Abraham going off after a pretty poor game, and honestly, not the best season either. Castagne gets away from Grimes. That's Robinson versus Nico, and Robinson wins. Far post. Timon gets beaten. Thank God we have Kelleher, and he improved. Ganelli, can we do anything with him? We've got Patterson, and that's Josh Timon making a run. Come on. He doesn't play much. Can we finish it? Oh, he's missed by like an inch. Josh Timon, no. And Wolves are on the attack. I think a draw might be good enough if Arsenal have lost, but we want that win. Come on, Gallagher. Gets it forward to Janelli. And alongside him, we've got Gyökeres. We've got Patterson in the middle. There's not really that many options. Let's go to Brennan Johnson, to Patterson, back across to Timon, low across the box. Come on. Gyökeres is there. In the 89th minute, we don't celebrate like we've just got Champions League football, but we have. If we can hold on for one more minute, we are in the Champions League, and that is huge. We'll have broken that record. We will be the best team that Wales has ever hosted. Come on, Swansea. Just hold on for one more minute. Kufal ends the game. Get in there. 4th place. At no point in this season was I actually confident we would do this. It was just that last month of the season where we went on an incredible run. We won so many games. Arsenal lost anyway, and Chelsea won 2-1. So we're actually going to be 4th by quite a few points. Chelsea in the Europa League, but we got 66. We only lost 10 all season. We conceded too many goals, but overall, what a team this was. It was all thanks to Gyökeres. Tammy Abraham got 16. Gibbs-White with 14 goals, 13 assists. Beyond that, not too much, but still, what a team this was. And thanks for letting me share this season with you on YouTube. If you want to see the next episode on FC25, subscribe so you don't miss that. But I'll be back with more FC25 and 6 content very soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Cheers and goodbye.